The Classic TV channel is your happy trails to golden oldies television from the 1940s through the formative years of the 1950s and 60s. Enjoy restored TV shows Mickey Rooney Show, Groucho Marx, Trouble with Father, Terry and the Pirates, One Step Beyond, Beverly Hillbillies, Bonanza, The Lucy Show, Dick Van Dyke, Annie Oakley, Ozzie and Harriet, The Howdy Doody Show, and many, many more. Binge your night away. So return with us now to those golden days of yesteryear.
Phillips H. Lord, Gangbusters.
Hello, I'm Lieutenant Dane of the Los Angeles Police, and your host for tonight's story. And this is known as a ladyfinger. Our story is about John Richard Bayless, who likes baking ladyfingers and cakes. Unfortunately, he also likes to rob banks. John Richard Bayless spent over 12 years in prison for his first try at bank robbery. During that time, he studied law books and cookbooks, but his mind was on something besides baking. He had a plan, and a month after his release from Leavenworth, he came to Los Angeles to put that plan into action.
Oh, Mr. Fox, could I see you a minute, please? It's about that $2,000 I've been holding for the hotel messenger. He hasn't come. Do you want me to put it back in the vault?
No, just put it in your cash box.
All right, fine. These bills are in order. Do you want a list of the serial numbers?
No, I don't think so. Just keep the list yourself.
Then one day, a mysterious stranger walked into a branch bank near Sunset and Laurel in Los Angeles. The most conspicuous thing about him was his hat and topcoat.
Have a seat.
No, thank you.
May I help you?
Yes. You just look inside the briefcase. It'll explain everything.
I don't understand. A holdup? But you can't.
I can, and I will. And you and some others are going to die if you don't do exactly as I say.
You're crazy.
And you're getting awful close to being dead.
What do you want me to do?
We're going to walk behind each one of those cages. You're going to reach for the money and put it in the briefcase. And there are a lot of people around here, so let's just make sure there aren't any alarms or excitement.
Yes, I understand. I'm sorry, madam. Would you mind using the next window, please? Be quiet. Don't say anything and step back, please. Open the window, please. I'm sorry, madam. Would you mind using the next window, please? Just be quiet. Step back.
Hello? Yes? What? We'll put her on.
It's the Laurel and Sunset branch. I think we're having a robbery.
I'm sorry, madam. Would you mind using the next window, please?
What's going on here, Mr. Fox?
Never mind. We're not taking any chance of his shooting innocent people.
Shooting?
You heard him. Quite natural. And no alarms.
What should I do?
Give me his description.
Laurel and Sunset.
He's wearing a dark brown snap brim hat.
That's all there is. Yes, that's all the money there is.
What's that for? What are you trying to hide?
Hide? Why, nothing. I'm not trying to hide anything.
Liar. Swing that out.
Honest, I wasn't trying to...
Open that box. Let's have it. Now let's move to the door.
Gray houndstooth overcoat.
Armed bank robbery in process. All cars in the area closing fast. Whole siren.
A dark suit, black shoes, and a brown zipper briefcase.
By a matter of a minute, Bayless made his escape from the squad cars that converged on the bank. We had a good description, and an APB was sent out immediately. 6 minutes after the robbery, Sergeant Clark and I were at the bank to begin the questioning. Just how much was taken?
The total loss of $19,628.
Nice haul.
Perhaps I should have tried to resist him, but with so many customers in the bank...
No, you did right. The money wasn't worth endangering innocent lives.
There's one thing. I got him to take $2,000 that we had just taken out of cash vault. So we have a list of all the serial numbers in those bills.
Well, that was smart work, Mr. Fox. And you too, Miss Brissanon.
Well, that $2,000 may cost him the rest of his life.
I also got the license number of his car. It was a Louisiana plate, had one of those pelicans on it, you know.
Did you notice what kind of a car?
That was easy. I own one just like it. 1950 Dodge Coupe, dark green.
You didn't happen to get the motor number 2, did you?
Huh?
Oh, never mind. But if you ever decide to leave the bank business, look us up. You have the makings of a good cop. Now, let's go to work. We had complete descriptions of a car and a man. Now all we had to do was find them. The dragnet was out, and 1,000 police officers were taking the town apart, asking questions, looking, asking more questions. Police work. Not very glamorous, but it pays off.
That's Flight 90, Mr. Bennett, leaving at 12:30. You want to check this, too?
No, I'll keep this with me.
I'm sorry, sir. I'll have to weigh it first. Your flight arrives in New York at 6 a.m. Have a nice trip.
Now loading.
Our dragnet was spreading to all depots, bus stops, and airports. But 2 passengers answering Bayless' description were already boarding a plane at International Airport. There were hundreds of men in the area who fitted his description, making positive identification very unlikely.
All clear, Captain Hobart. Let's make like a bird.
Right.
At 4:30 that afternoon, a few hours after the robbery, Bayless' car was found abandoned.
His coat, hat, and briefcase.
Well, there goes that much of the description.
Oh, you may be able to trace him through these.
Maybe, but I think the license plates are probably stolen, and he hammered the motor number down. But I think the lab can still bring it up. Looks impossible, but I found those boys haven't heard about that word yet.
They'll probably give us his taste in breakfast food after an hour with these.
I was wrong about the hat and coat. All the lab could tell us about them was that they were new and cheap. We were still waiting to see how they did with the motor number. 10 to 1 they bought that coat and hat just for the job. We'll have a rough time tracing that sale.
Yeah, I know it.
Lab got the motor number, and we get a big break.
Hot car?
Yeah. Wichita, Kansas put out a pickup and hold on it. Man by the name of Bayless. John Richard. Bounced a check for it. See if you can get a make on him from R&I. I'll teletype Wichita.
Right. Nothing in R&I, Lieutenant.
I've got a make.
Description fits. That's our boy.
Looks that way. Well, we've got a name and a description. Let's see if we can get a picture. We sent out the call to Leavenworth and all cities requesting a picture of Bayless to be sent us by way of wire photo. It wouldn't be long before we had our first look at the bank robber's face. While the FBI set up a welcome for Bayless in New York, the dispatcher began trying to locate the Constellation.
Landing in Chicago in 14 minutes, Jerry.
We're early.
3 minutes, we have a little tailwind.
We'll be arriving in
Yes,
Chicago.
I know.
Thank you, sir. We'll be landing in Chicago soon. Would you mind fastening your seatbelt?
Oh, yeah.
And no smoking, sir.
Rules. Everybody's got rules. You know, someday I'm going to get away from rules and regulations.
Yes, sir.
From Wichita, we got his record. Kansas City sent us a picture by facsimile.
Here it is. Pictures by phone. Sometimes I'm glad I'm honest.
Yeah. There's no color, Ed, is he?
Hardly. Taken 10 or 12 years ago, too.
Is Mr. Fox, the bank manager, outside?
He's at the desk.
Send him in, will you? Sorry to bring you down, Mr. Fox, but we'd like to try again for an identification. Would you take a look?
Glad to.
Add 10 or 12 years to his age and give him a shave.
He looked different, but this is the man.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm quite positive. There's no doubt at all.
Tag, Mr. Bayless. You're it. With the picture, things began to move faster. Detectives showed the picture around, covering all forms of public transportation. At 10:45, one of our men turned up a TWA clerk with a good memory. We interviewed him in their offices at the Los Angeles International Airport.
Yes, sir. I think this man bought a ticket today. I remember the eyes.
What was the name?
There, I can't help you too much. He was going through to New York. I remember that. Let's see. There are 5 men listed for the through flight. Now, Carter I know, and this man is traveling with his wife, Jensen. No, that was the big blonde character. Best I can do it is narrow it down to one of these two, a John Bennett and a Richard Berner. It was one of them, but I'm not sure which.
Dane, we've got a match.
That's one of the stolen bills, all right. Bayless is on that plane under the name of Bennett or Burner. Let's arrange a little reception party. Hello. This is an official call to the FBI in New York. Agent in charge, Frank Swallow. Lieutenant Dane calling. Hurry, please. Any description of his clothes you can give us?
No, I didn't pay too much attention to how he was dressed.
Give me the details of his plane.
That was a Connie, a Constellation. Star of Dublin, Flight 90. Left here at 12:30. ETA New York, 4:15 a.m. their time.
That's 3 a.m. our time. If we want to be sure there's no slip-up, the FBI agents in New York will have to know what he's wearing.
Well, we could contact their plane. They could tell us.
It's a good idea. Hello, Frank. Lieutenant Dane here. I've got a job for you.
As soon as I talked to Frank Swallow, the FBI arranged a reception for Bayless in New York. However, they requested we try to positively identify which man was Bayless.
While the FBI set up a welcome for Bayless in New York, the dispatcher began trying to locate the Constellation. Pittsburgh made contact and sent the message.
Uh-oh, looks like we've got trouble aboard. Get Jerry up here.
Yes, sir.
Have a headache.
Armed and dangerous. Mama told me to stay on the ground.
You better check on passengers Burner and Bennett. See which one is Bayless and how he's dressed. Just look. Don't say anything to him.
Don't worry. Mama also told me never to talk to criminals.
But nobody had told the hostess that this was the beginning of a terrifying puzzle. The passenger listed as Bennett answered the description of Bayless perfectly. Then she checked the passenger listed as Burner, just to make sure. He also answered Bayless' description perfectly.
Well, which one's Bayless, Burner or Bennett?
Don't ask. They're like two peas in a pod. Take your choice.
It's bad. Wait, Bayless has a briefcase.
Well, so does Burner. Both of them have one.
Swell. That's fine.
Captain Hobart, one of them is asleep. If I could get a look in his briefcase...
Yeah, give it a try. For heaven's sake, be careful if that man is Bayless.
Please, don't say it.
What are you doing?
Well, I just thought it would be more comfortable for you if I checked your briefcase.
It's all right. I'll keep it right here.
I'm sorry, sir. I just thought it would be more comfortable for you if I put your briefcase away.
If I wanted the briefcase put away, I'd have asked you. Now leave me alone.
Yes, sir. No dice. You woke up. And the other one snapped my head off when I asked him if I could put his briefcase away.
Well, I guess we'll have to tell the FBI that both men fill the description. What are they wearing?
Well, Berner's wearing a dark suit with a white shirt and a blue tie. Bennett's under a blanket, so I can't tell about him.
We'll have to find out so we can tell the FBI how they're dressed. Put the seatbelt sign on. That ought to make him get rid of the blanket.
The hostess realized that each time she approached the suspects, it was more dangerous for her. The one who was Bayless would certainly catch on soon. If he woke up, maybe this time. Or maybe next time.
Jerry, the FBI still wants to know how he's dressed. We've got to make him get rid of that blanket somehow.
But how? I'm afraid he'll wake up again if I try to pull it off.
No, don't try that.
I know. The heat. We'll make him take the blanket off.
Go to it. Turn it all the way up.
Suffocate us?
It's the thermostat, sir. They'll have it fixed in a minute.
They'd better.
It works, sir.
It's a good thing we're only 20 minutes from LaGuardia, and I'm cooked. Give the description to Jordan. He'll send it.
Remember, you're picking up both men. I'll make your first pickup as quietly as possible so we don't put the second man on guard. Everybody check? Right. Let's go.
What is this? What's the matter?
Take it easy, Mr. Berner. FBI.
Goodbye, Mr. Bennett.
Oh, goodbye, miss. Thanks for a very pleasant trip.
FBI, Mr. Bailiff.
Got the wrong man. My name is Bennett.
We'll see. Yeah.
I tell you, you've got the wrong man.
Have we?
No. I'm Bayless.
That'll be a cookbook.
Yeah, hello, Dane here. What? When? Well, good. Thanks, Frank. I'll be in touch. It's all over. Bayless is on his way to jail, and they found the money in his briefcase. Let's go home, cop. Day is done. So ended the case of John Richard Bayless, one of the most daring bank robbers in our history. Daring or not, it took less than 15 hours for his capture, more than 2,000 miles from the scene of his crime. He was convicted and received sentences that will take him the rest of his life to serve. Mr. Berner was innocent of any crime and was released with an apology. Now here's a clue to a man still at large and wanted by the police.
Attention. Attention to all citizens and police.
Wanted for questioning, bank robbery. Thomas Francis Kennelly, Jr., 30 years old, 5 feet 9 inches tall, 175 pounds, scar right side of forehead, scar under chin, scar below left jaw. Kennelly, who has been convicted of possession of burglary tools, is wanted for questioning, bank robbery. Kennelly, who has loud, braggart voice, carries a pistol in waistband of trousers and is known to have carried a machine gun. Watch for 30-year-old man with loud voice, scars on forehead, chin, jaw. Considered extremely dangerous.
If you have any information regarding this clue, please notify your local police, the FBI, or gangbusters at once. Next week, another authentic story taken from police files and records. On behalf of the police, we invite you to join us.
Gangbusters, created by Phillips H. Lord. The case you have heard tonight was based upon police records, court records, and personal interviews.
I'm Sergeant Jack Marcola of the Chicago Detective Bureau, and this is Detective Lawrence Courtney. Courtney and I worked on the case that is the subject of tonight's story. The case of Charles Mendoro, Edward Damiani, and Louis Ferroli. A case that was to add a new note of terror in the American crime scene. I have here two items that figured prominently in the case. This metal cylinder, a homemade but deadly weapon, and a snapshot of this little girl. I'll tell you more about it in just a moment. The story begins on the south side of Chicago. Though the majority of the citizens are law-abiding, this area has provided much material for the police files. An apartment house was the home of the Mendoros. Much adored little Betty Mendoro was happy, playing peacefully in the living room.
Hey, give me that. Dolly, I told you not to go into that room, didn't I? You might have been hurt bad, real bad. Gene! Gene!
What is it?
Didn't I tell you to keep the workroom door locked? My kid might have gotten killed.
Well, I didn't leave it unlocked. You must have done it yourself.
If I chance with my kid around here, you must be nuts. Dolly, now listen to your old man. Don't you ever go in that room again. Get it? Okay. Now, here's a dime. I want you to go down the corner and get an ice cream cone, okay?
He was a strange man, this Charles Mendoro, as cruel and ruthless as a beast of the jungle. But again, like some beast of the jungle, he had a strong affection for his offspring.
If anything would have happened to my kid, it would have been too bad for you.
She's my kid, too, in case you forgot.
Never mind. Just keep that door locked.
Who's that?
The boys. Come on in.
Mendoro's gang consisted of Edward Damiani, a hoodlum with a long record, and Louis Ferroli.
Sit down. Gene's fixing some lunch.
So what's hot, Mendoro?
We're ready to start operating again.
Yeah? When?
This afternoon.
What's the angle?
Got a real new switch.
A real new angle. You know them currency exchanges? Them check cashing joints? Must be a couple of hundred of them here in Chicago.
Yeah, and most of them's got bulletproof cashier cages and direct wires to the cops.
Yeah, that's right. But I got a gimmick here that's going to take care of all that. Been working on it for a long time. Now I'm ready to make some scores.
Well, what's that, a bomb?
No, stupid. Gene! Gene!
Yeah?
Bring me a paper bag, a big one. I got a gimmick here that's gonna mean a lot of scores. Because them currency exchanges are loaded with dough. And with this gimmick of mine, we're gonna take a lot of it away from them. Listen, Gene, me and the boys are going downtown on business. See my kid takes a nap on time, huh?
Get him. His kid.
Okay, just see she has a nap. Kids are supposed to have naps. Come on, boys. We're going to work.
Later that afternoon, these three criminals pulled up in front of the currency exchange at 311 North Pulaski Avenue.
Okay, you know what you gotta do?
Oh, sure, I got it. What's wrong, Charlie?
Sure hate to work with a dope like that.
Yeah, but he's been in the rackets a long time.
Sure. He's been in a stir a long time. Goes to show you what kind of a dope he is. Come on.
Mendoro picked a slack period right after lunch when there was nobody in the exchange, except Miss Agnes Olson, the cashier.
Hi. You cash paychecks here?
Sure, that's our business.
Uh-huh. Guess you must have a lot of cash on hand, huh?
Yes, we have some cash.
Uh-huh. That's what I thought. Now look, sister, this is a stick-up. Just hand the dough you got over back there and you won't get hurt. Don't make no foolish moves and don't get noisy.
You and your friend better get out of here fast.
Look, you better do like I said, or you're gonna be dead. Real dead.
I'm not scared of you. What's that you've got there?
I'll tell you what this is. It's gas. Poison gas. All I gotta do is push down this valve and you're through. So hand over the dough, huh?
I don't believe you. And I wouldn't give you the money if I did.
Put down that phone.
Operator, give me police headquarters.
Put down that phone!
Is this police headquarters? This is the money exchange at 311 North Pulaski.
All right, sister, you asked for it.
There's a man here trying to bluff me into giving him some money. He has some kind of contraption he says is poison gas.
Okay, Charlie, that's enough. Let's land.
I'll say it's enough. I'm gonna teach this dame a lesson she ain't never gonna forget. And neither will anybody else.
Come on, Charlie.
Charles Mendoro left behind a cruel mark. This was the introduction of poison gas, a new weapon in the criminal warfare against decent society. The alert was immediate, a result of the courageous yet foolhardy defiance of the cashier. Police wasted no time in getting to the scene of the violence that apparently had netted Mendoro and his gang nothing. Courtney and I reached the currency exchange a few minutes after the bandits had driven away, and while waiting for the ambulance, we tried to question Miss Olson.
One had flat face, dark, tall. maybe a foreigner. I didn't get a good look at the other one. They both put a mask before they sprayed me with that gas. My throat, my chest, they're burning.
The ambulance will be here any minute. You just like fire, Miss Olson.
Poison gas. Evidence of man's inhumanity to man.
I still say you overdid it.
If you were smart enough to question me, you wouldn't be dumb enough to be working for me.
Well, you didn't have to give her the big load.
No? Just what would you have done?
Just enough to scare her and make her hand over the dough.
You heard her. Was she ever scared? Was she about to hand over the dough? No, she called the cops.
Yeah, loused up her chances of making a big haul.
So maybe this one did get away, but it set the stage for all the others.
Are you kidding?
No. Maybe this dame did play it brave. I figured it might happen the first time. But when word gets around what I've done, the others will be too scared to open up their yaps. And there's fresh pickings ahead, and what we did today will make that tape more certain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't very pretty, was it?
I wished we could do something for that Olson girl. She had nerve to spare.
Yeah, but it's going to take a lot more than nerve to pull her through this. Doctor said her lungs were damaged.
Any report from the lab?
Not yet.
Well, I hate to twiddle my thumbs until Agnes Olson regains consciousness and identifies these men from our mug files.
Yeah, I've got men out covering in the vicinity of the exchange. Maybe they'll come up. Marcolo. Oh, yes, Jim. Mm-hmm. Give me that again. I've never heard of it. Okay, Jim, thanks. Poison gas.
So vicious they outlaw it in war. Yet some mad dog uses it to rob a bank. There's two things we can do. Find out where they get this poison gas, and then find the men who use it before they use it on someone else.
Yeah, but you left out one thing. We keep a 24-hour guard on Agnes Olson. She's our only witness.
Right.
Have Miss Olson look at any pictures in our rogues gallery. 3 days after the attempted robbery, in spite of everything that the doctors could do to save her, Miss Agnes Olson died. Now, it was murder. Murder by poison gas.
Girl, hey? Want to try that again? Come on, let's go, Dolly. Yeah. Come on, up there. That's a good one. That girl. Try it again. Hey, Charlie. Say, Charlie, did you see this?
Yeah?
That dame died.
Yeah? So what about it?
Well, we think we ought to get out of town for a while.
You crazy? Just when we're starting to make some scores? Look, I give this dame a lot of gas, and I did it on purpose. So no one will get the idea we're kidding when they see one of these things coming at them. So he's full of them currency exchange places. Just do like I tell you. Pretty soon we're going to be sitting pretty, huh?
Come on, Dolly, baby. Come on, honey. Ah, it's a sweetie. How about taking a picture of you and the little girl, mister?
Hey, that's a great idea. Where do you want us to stand?
Oh, right there's fine. You know the play right away.
Right here, honey. That's a good.
Have it set up in a minute.
You got to have your picture taken, huh?
Yeah, that's right, honey. You don't want your picture taken, Charlie.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You stand right here, huh, honey? Look at the camera. All right, honey, now, a great big smile.
Never mind, I'll tell her. Okay, honey, now a great big smile. Now.
Wasn't that great?
Sure.
Shall I have your picture taken? Yeah, give me a kiss.
Hey, how about that? Pretty, huh? Sure. Thanks.
Yes, a strange man, this Charles Mendoro. Terror of this new holdup weapon, poison gas, spread through Chicago's currency exchanges. And during the next few months, the gang robbed more exchanges and got away with almost $40,000 in loot. Our department kept up a 24-hour alert, but despite our efforts, we were unable to apprehend them. A lot of Mendoro's share was spent on his child, for whom he had such a strange, half-crazy affection.
All right, darling. Bedtime. Start getting undressed. You're a good girl.
There you are, honey. That's right. Yeah, she's a great kid. Real great kid.
You're spoiling her, all this stuff you keep buying.
So it's a few bucks. The way we're doing these days, a few bucks don't mean a thing. I'll get her anything she wants.
Yeah? And what's going to happen when you can't get her everything she wants?
You're out of your head, Gene. I'd always get a gun to see she gets what she wants.
Sure, I know. A gun or worse.
Something bothering you, Gene?
Yeah, something's bothering me. The kid, that's what.
Something wrong with the kid? Something I don't know about?
Oh, I guess it's something you don't know about.
Don't get cagey. When it comes to my kid, don't get cute.
Let go!
What's wrong with the kid?
You're wrong with the kid.
Me? Wrong for the kid? You nuts?
No, I'm not. Sure, you're a big deal now. What's going to happen when you're not around anymore? There've been smart operators before. They all ended up the same way, doing time or dead. If you was real smart, you'd quit now while you're ahead.
Quit? When I got a foolproof gimmick working for me?
Mendoro made frequent use of his gimmick, continuing a reign of terror based on threat of murder. Every cashier was well aware of his intentions and his weapon.
Okay, sister. Pass over the door you got in the safe.
No.
You know who we are?
Yes. I can guess.
You know what happened to the other dame that didn't do what she was told?
Yes. I know all about it.
That wasn't smart, sister. Not smart at all.
Outside, a Marine heard the cashier's screams. Trained for action, he intercepted Mendoro and tried to hold him. He was succeeding until Damiani took aim and fired. The Marine was struck in the leg, but he managed to hold on to the coat.
Come on!
All points quickly alerted, we were at the scene in the matter of seconds. One car covered the rear, we covered the front.
Where'd they get you?
Right here.
You all right?
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Okay, fine. Poison gas gang.
Now, you better get the gas and see who's in the building. I guess you know the guys again if you saw him?
Yeah, you're darn right I would.
What about the man that shot you?
No, I didn't get much of a look at him.
Okay, well, take it easy. We've ordered an ambulance. Our efficient laboratory technicians went to work. They analyzed the gas, breaking it down to its primary ingredients. We wanted to find where and how the criminals obtained their supply. A thorough check was made for fingerprints. What'd you find out about that cylinder down at the lab?
Fingerprints were badly smeared. They're still trying to find where the gas came from. What about this?
Oh, that won't do us any good. It's a cheap make. There's a million just like it. You know, Larry, this might turn out to be the clue we're looking for.
It's going to be tough. Trying to locate one little girl in a city like Chicago.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, all right. But we have discovered that this was made by a professional vendor. The background here is a little park on the south side. Larry, we'll have copies made of this so that every policeman on the force gets one. We've got to find this little girl. During the next few days, one of the most intense searches in Chicago's history was launched. Every available man on the force checked neighborhoods. It was a tedious, unrewarding task. There was score upon score of negative answers. The smiling little girl and the playground in the background of the snapshot seemed strangers. The woman, just home from the market, said she had seen the little girl at the playground. A neighbor's child, she said. Okay, Larry, I've got the address. A stakeout was ordered in the apartment, and we raced to the playground. This had to be it.
Put you high, Dolly?
Pretty high.
Pretty high?
Yeah.
Pretty high.
High?
High?
Yeah.
Hey, Dolly.
The cops have got your place staked out. There's a million of them down there.
Is that so?
I've got the car here. Let's get out of town fast.
Guess you're right. Come on, honey. Yeah, now. Daddy's gonna take you for a drive.
You can't take her with you. She's your trademark. She's what put them on us. Remember this picture you had taken here? It's in the papers. Hey, that looks like a couple of cops coming this way.
Yeah, honey. You play here, huh? Mommy will pick you up.
Hello, little girl. What's your name?
Daddy Mendoro.
Where's your daddy?
Over there.
Okay. Here, I'll give you a push. Hey, you two. Stay where you are.
Well, I guess we won't be bothered with these two anymore. There. Both of these killers recovered from the wounds received at the time of their arrest, and then were brought to trial for the murder of the cashier, Agnes Olson. Charles Mendoro, who first thought of using poison gas as a hold-up weapon, was executed in the Cook County electric chair. Edward Damiani is now serving a dual sentence in the Illinois State Penitentiary at Joliet, 60 years and a 1 year to life. In just a moment, gangbusters will broadcast another clue to a person still at large and wanted by the police.
Attention. Attention to all citizens and police.
Wanted for questioning, bank robbery. Maurice Denning, 48, 5 feet 6 inches, medium build, 145 pounds. Blue eyes, light brown hair, complexion ruddy, race white, nationality American. Denning, arrested and convicted at least 3 times, is wanted concerning several bank robberies. Denning, with aliases Harris, Wells, Bubbles, Sam, dresses neatly, has likable disposition, may be working as a salesman or farmer. Repeat, Maurice Denning, wanted on charge of bank robbery.
If you have any information concerning this clue, please notify your local police, the FBI, gangbusters at once. Next week, gangbusters will bring you another case from authentic police files and records. Until then, on behalf of the police, we invite you to join us.
Gangbusters, created by Phillips H. Lord. The case you have heard tonight was based upon police records, court records, and personal interviews.